So boys and girls, we are going to review for our Chapter 5 test. I want to go over a few things to remind us. Okay, we talked about the past and the present. So we said in the past or back then, people drove cars like this, right? But now or right now or today in the present, we drive regular cars, okay? What you would see on the road today, okay? There's other things that we looked at from back then and now. We looked at our schoolrooms, right? And we said back then, all the kids were in one room, regardless of how old they were. And we said today, right now, kids are in by their grade and their age, okay? And we also have things like computers we can use. We also talked about how then and now we used to, the buildings are a lot bigger, right? People would travel by, they'd walk a lot, and they'd also travel by horse, okay? And now we drive in cars, right? That's how our transportation. We also talked, I'm gonna go back a couple pages. We looked at, we looked at communication. How do we communicate back then and now? We said back then they used the paper and the quill. That's how they communicated with each other. They wrote those letters. And we communicate today by using a computer and a cell phone. Okay, so this is now, and this is back then in the past. Okay, you also did an activity where we looked at how different things that happened back then and things that happen now. And we said one of the things was today to light our homes, we use a lamp. See, I have a lamp in my room. Okay. And back then we used candles, right? Candles or a lantern. So today we use lamps. Back then we use candles, right? We also looked at what a timeline is. What a timeline is. So I'm going to go back a couple pages. Okay, we looked at a timeline. And we said timeline shows the order in which events take place. So a timeline is events that are in an order, right? And we said we go from left to right. That's how we read a timeline. So something that happens over here on the left would be the first thing that happens. And something that happens over here on the right is the last thing. So our timeline shows events in order, okay, and how they take place, okay, and they go from left to right. First, last. All right. The other thing we talked about is inventors and inventions. And we said an inventor is someone who create something for the first time. They have someone who has a new idea and then they create it. Okay, so we had Thomas Edison with our light bulb. Okay, Alexander Graham Bell with our telephone. So the inventor is the person who does the creating. An invention is the new idea, the new thing that is created. Remember long ago we had candles, right? And then Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Okay, that's his invention. Okay, he thought about it, and then the invention is the thing that he created. Okay, somebody had to create a zipper. So W.L. Judson invented the zipper. So W.L. Judson is the inventor. He's the person who came up with the idea. And then the invention is the thing that he creates. Okay, so inventor is the person that comes up with the new idea. And the invention is the new thing that is created. All right, boys and girls, after reviewing this, you're going to take your test.